Hey guys, ShowJack05 on the SilverJack05 channel. And finally guys, as I've been waiting to do so, I'm finally going to review this Mashle Magic and Muscles Lance Crown figure. Now, I did say I was going to review it last Saturday, but after I reviewed the previous figure, I had to have dinner, and then after that it was like pretty late, so yeah. And I did want to do it on Sunday too, but Sunday was a busy day for me, and I did kind of have a busy week, so, but I have time now, so yeah. Anyways, with that out of the way, let's talk about the packaging for this figure, and then we'll get to it, so yeah. So first, taking a look at the packaging, we do have the window packaging. It shows Lance in there, and yeah, pretty cool. It says Lance Crown right there. Quite sure it shows the name Lance Crown written in Japanese. I can sort of read that, so yeah. Of course, got a cool product shot right there. Bandai Namco Figuarts Mini. Looks like this was number 139. Yeah, Mashle, Bandai. Yep. Here's the other side, another part of the window packaging. Lance Crown right there, another cool product shot. Figuarts Mini. Here's the back, shows the other three in the collection. I really do want to pick up Lemon eventually. Actually, when I first picked this figure up, they did have Lemon, but I wonder why I didn't pick her up, because she is actually my second favorite from this anime. Well, I guess I just felt like picking this one up, but yeah. See, we got Lance, Mash, and Lemon. More product shots of Lance right here. Yeah. Everything else down there. Here's the other side, another product shot, Lance Crown. Here's the top, the bottom. So yeah, now I'm gonna cut the camera, get this figure out of the packaging, and we'll go from there. Real quick guys, here he is still in the plastic, but out of the box. So as you can see, we do have like an open hole here that shows like his whole head and face. That looks pretty cool. As you can probably see, the rest of his body is wrapped in plastic. Got the clear display stand and an interchangeable arm with his wand, which when displaying this figure, I will likely be using this arm, so yeah. So yeah, let me cut the camera again. I'll get him out of this plastic and then we'll go from there. Okay guys, I'm back, and of course now we finally got Lance out of the plastic. And yeah, this figure is quite phenomenal. I already really like it. Yeah, and of course, as you can see, I've gotten him to for now, stand without the display base, but of course, when I put this figure on my shelf, I will be using the display stand, so yeah. Of course, obviously, this is not how I'm going to be displaying this figure, but yeah, we'll talk about that later. For now, let's talk about detail and everything. So, starting with his face, it's very well sculpted, very detailed. So, as you can see, of course, you got his light blue hair. Looks very cool. It's well sculpted and looks very nice. You got his blue eyebrows behind his bangs, his blue eyes, and of course you got his two lines on his face since he's a double-lined magic user, a stronger magic user, yep. Got his nose, as I'm sure you can see, looks very cool. His mouth, so yeah, pretty much, yeah, he's like got a straight face, which is pretty cool. His ears are very well sculpted. Of course, on this ear, you got I believe that's an earring, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, yeah. Still quite a good-looking guy, just like in the anime. So, yeah. Then, of course, he got his Easton Magic Academy uniform, which is pretty cool. Looks just like the way it does in the anime, which I really like. So first, you got his white undershirt with his red tie. Very cleanly painted. Of course, you got his necklace with a picture of his little sister inside, because of course, as also Mash says, this guy is a ciscon, so yeah. But yeah, cool. But yeah, then of course you got his Easton Magic Academy robe or jacket, which is pretty cool. It's very well sculpted. Of course, on the back you've got that Easton symbol or logo, I believe. Or maybe that's, yeah. Of course, you guys, well sculpted hands, both are closed fists. But as I said before, I'm going to use the other interchangeable arm when I display this figure. Of course, you got his belt right there. Pretty cool. Got the pants and his shoes, which are also nicely sculpted and painted. So yeah, very nice figure. So yeah, so I don't think I missed any details. Now let's get into articulation. So articulation on this figure is pretty decent. So first, his head can move. It's on a ball joint. I do believe it can do a 360. Yes, it can do a 360, as you can see. So yeah, the head is decently articulated. His arms can move up and down like this. Yeah, and at least in my opinion, you'll want to be careful when moving the arms, because as you can see, he's got on this like long jacket. So like the parts of his arms right here, these long parts, might kind of like maybe scrape against other parts of the jacket. So yeah, if you do get this figure, do be careful when moving the arms. As you can see, both arms can move about that much, and this far back like that. That's pretty cool. The jacket part down here cannot move, and don't try because you'll break it. But the legs can move. The legs are also on ball joints, so yeah. And of course, I want to say the jacket does limit articulation, but that's perfectly fine with me, because as I keep saying, I'd rather lose articulation than have missing details. So yeah, that's already pretty much it for articulation. Yeah, I do want to check, because I didn't check this, can his hairpiece come off? Because if you guys watched my video that when I reviewed that Figuarts mini Sagadi figure, her hair was removable. So let's see if Lance's hair is removable. Is it removable? Probably not. Let's see. Don't want to run the risk of breaking this figure, but let's see. Can you remove his hair? Does not look like you can. I guess maybe you can't. Well, maybe you can. I guess it's just harder, but let me see here. I guess his hair can't be removed. Oh, well. That's fine with me. Because, I mean, obviously you want to display this guy with his hairpiece on, so yeah. Anyways, moving on from the figure itself, it does come with this interchangeable arm with his wand pointed down for when he's using his Graviol spell. That's pretty cool. Let's see if I can get focus. There we go. See? Of course, not much to say about the wand, but it is still pretty cool. I like it. And of course, you got the clear plastic display base. So yeah, let me see. I'm gonna get off this arm. I'm gonna place on his arm where he's holding his wand. So let's see here. Let's see if I can remove it carefully. There we go. And now let's add on his other arm. There we go. Very nice. So yeah, I'm gonna cut the camera once again real quick. I'll get him on his display base, and yeah, then I'll be back. Alright guys, as you can see, I finally got Lance on the display base. And yeah, I've got him in the cool pose for when he's using Gravial. And it looks pretty sick, so yeah. Let's take a good 360 look at the figure. I absolutely love this figure, it's pretty cool. So yeah. What are your guys' thoughts on this figure? Let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, I think that pretty much does it for our review. But of course, before I go, I just want to do one quick figure comparison. I'm gonna once again bring in Sagadi here. So yeah, they're pretty much around the same size, which I really like. So yeah. They'll look pretty cool displayed together. So yeah. Yeah. And another thing too, it looks kind of cool. It looks like when you display them like this, kind of looks like they're actually getting ready to fight each other, which I really like. I might display them like that maybe, I don't know. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you liked it, and hopefully soon I can review the other figures that I still have to review. And yeah, so anyways, that's it, and I will see you guys later.